Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Today I want to show you a trade I took on FTEK, and this was a successful trade. Not only did I follow my plan and I followed my stop loss rules, but the trade went in my favor and it turned into a nice profit. So I just want to share how the trade went through and kind of my thought process in entering the trade. So when I originally saw this trade, it popped up on one of my scanners, and as you can see here, we had it trading at the open around $1, and it popped up around all the way up to about $1.73. And originally I was waiting for this trade to pop above about $1.50, and as you can see, it did that, and then I waited for a pullback into around the area that I was watching it, and my entry ended up being right above this candle at around 162, and as you can see, and this would have been my stop loss right here, right below this red line right here. So I entered right above this candle, and then here's my stop loss, and as you can see, we pulled back a second time, but we never, it was a short pullback, and then we pushed all the way up to about $2. And so that turned out to be a really nice trade. Let's see, if we're coming in at 162 with a stop loss at 145, so that's about 20 cents risk, and then we ended up at $2, so that's a 40-cent gain, so that's a risk to reward of 1 to 2, so that's really good in my book. I'm really proud of that. I actually made a second entry on the 3-minute chart, so it was right about here, so right above this candle. So the risk was a lot more than my original trade, about 30 cents. We ended up getting to $2.05, so this ended up being a risk to reward of 1 to 1, which is still very good. All you need is better than 50% win percentage, and if you're reaching a 1-to-1 risk to reward, then, and if you have a better than 50% win percentage, you're bound to make some profits over the long run. And then, as you can see from that 1-minute chart, I had a risk to reward of 1 to 2. So that pushes the profits even more. And there are some times where I'll get trades that'll be, risk to reward 1 to 3, 1 to 4. They're not as common. Most often I get a 1 to 1 trade, so it kind of cancels out my losses. But all you need is a couple 1 to 2s, 1 to 3s, and then you're seeing a rise in your equity curve. But anyway, that's the trade I took, and it worked out really well. I was really strict on my stop loss rules in terms of when to raise my stop loss. So obviously a whole dollar mark is going to be a level of resistance. And I could kind of tell that there was some resistance trying to break above the $2 mark. This is where I was getting a little careful, because I felt like if it broke below this level, then this might have been the end of the trend. So I was really wanting to raise my stop loss. So I pretty much brought about half of my position to this red line and then kept the other half at my original stop loss. Once we broke above, I just brought everything up really high up, because stocks like this can really break down really quickly. You can see over here, from $2 all the way down to $1.50, and these are 1-minute candle. So that's just in 2 minutes. It dropped almost 50 cents. So you have to be really careful with stocks like this. And the other reason was I was already in profit, so I didn't want to give away most of my profits. And remember, you can always go back into the trade if you want to. So that's pretty much it for this trade. And I've been really focused on kind of profit strategies in terms of, creating profit levels. So not just per trade, but just my total account. I don't think you want to make a daily profit goal, but I think you want goals, right? If you're trying to get to, let's say, 100,000 in profits, well, you need realistic goals to start with, maybe $100, and then 200, and work your way up to 1,000, and then 2,000, and 10,000, and 20, and eventually you should get to that 100,000 goal if your strategy is a good one and you follow your rules. So that's what I've been working on. I have a strategy in place where if I reach a level of profit, then I might stop for the day or bring everything up to break even just to stay in that profit range. And then the other thing is, if I dip below another level, so if I have stop levels, then I take off my risk. So if I'm risking, let's say, $100 on a trade, but I dip below a stop level, then maybe I'll risk only $50. And this way, if I get into a losing streak, I won't have a big retracement in my equity curve. And then once I go back above another level, then I'll bring up the risk. And if I get into a winning streak, for example, then maybe it'll push me into the next profit level. Anyway, if you have any questions about that, let me know. So if you want more specifics, I'll definitely try and make a video on that. Otherwise, this was a successful trading day, and I hope you all are being careful and managing your trades, and definitely sticking to your stop loss levels. And I hope you all have a good rest of your day.